and go. Hello, and welcome
Hello.
to DrawBomb.
Why,
That's
goodness, it's so good to see your faces, everybody.
You can see their faces?
No,
Oh,
we can't even see our faces. We turned off the webcam today.
true. Not on today. In fact, it's off. So there you go.
It's off. The gloves are off. The cameras are off.
Someone once
pants
told
are
me
off.
that a little bit of space makes the heart grow fonder, or something like that. So no
That's
faces
right.
this week. That way, next week you'll be very excited to see them.
I got that rhinoplasty. My face is a whole bunch of bandages.
How's that going, by the way?
Oh God,
Is your nose still hideous, or did they fix that?
it's like that episode of Seinfeld where she gets the rhinoplasty and her face is still hideous. And then hopefully that episode of Seinfeld where she gets the rhinoplasty done all over again, and then her face
And then it's nice.
is good. And then she breaks up with George Costanza because he's a real prick.
What else happens in that episode?
I don't remember.
Oh, something to get more details out of you. All right, well, I'll take it.
I
Anyways,
mean, I could look it up real quick if I like just see the
I know
name
you
of the
could,
episode.
but... okay, you know what? Fine, look it up.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Already off to a Google.
speaking of rhinoplasties, we have a guest on
Speaking
the
of
show
noses,
tonight.
Whoa.
Oh boy. Oh, you know, who are you? Show yourself.
Who's there?
hey
I
guys,
just see a shadowy figure standing in the corner. Can't make out who it is.
is that the Scott Aukerman method of I forgot who my guest is?
Something like that, you know.
Hey guys, it's me, Matt. How's it
Oh
going?
my God.
It's Matt, everyone.
My
Hello.
persona is Matty Flummox now. I'm really leaning into that. So
I like it.
call me Matty Flummox, dude.
I'll
Matt.
think about it.
You leave me flummoxed every day.
I actually titled this episode Flummoxed.
You did.
Oh, that's
Because
amazing.
he's here.
Thank you for plugging my stuff.
Yeah.
It's the only
of course.
reason I'm here.
You know, you have to wait till the end to do that, though. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
You have to sit through the grind of the.
We tally the
of the
votes at
DrawBomb.
the end of the episode, and then we decide whether or not you get to plug anything, depending
Oh,
on your
no.
performance.
I may or may not accept the outcome. I'll let you know.
You
And
better.
We're there.
Yep. So I looked it up real quick, and
Hold on, I think I know what happens.
okay,
Um,
tell me.
I think they go to the diner for a bit, and
That is correct. Wow,
probably
you're on
Jerry's.
it.
They're in Jerry's apartment.
Wow.
Somebody buzzes at the door, and he goes, "Yeah, come on up."
Wow.
Google something.
He's nailing it.
It
you know
is
everything
almost
about-
like you.
He's got this
watching the
episodes
episode right
memorized.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where Kramer knocks to come in, or does he just let himself in?
You know what? I think that Kramer eschews traditional boundaries of society, and he just waltzes right in the room in some sort of almost over-the-top fashion, I would say.
Boy,
It's really unsettling.
that is so Kramer.
That is so Kramer of him to do
Oh
that.
God, no.
So Kramer of him. You remember that time that our one friend went on that big N-word laden rant and got him so
That was
fired?
so
That's such
Kramer.
a Kramer. Yeah.
We don't talk to him
That's-
anymore.
That was a real Kramer versus Kramer situation. Kramer versus his like career and standing in
Kramer
society.
versus his demons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never actually read Kramer versus. Is that a movie? I've never actually seen Kramer versus Kramer.
I think it's about lawyers.
Oh. Well, that explains it. Yawn.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
I think that's the one where the lawyers are on the two sides of the courtroom. So the lawyers are like, I can't live with you, so they draw a line through the courtroom.
Yeah, they
and-
put masking tape down the middle of the courtroom, and
Yeah.
like, this is my side and this is your side.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, and then at the end, Bob Saget comes in and explains to him why they need to get along.
I was That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Is that an episode of
Yes.
Yeah.
Growing
Full House.
Pains?
No.
Wait a minute.
Oh, the old switcheroo. He got us.
Mandela effect. Oh no.
I actually thought that was the Odd Couple that they did
I'm
that.
sure. I think it's one of those plot devices that has been done on multiple shows.
I see.
I don't know who the original was.
The prototypical Growing Pains. I actually don't know which show Growing Pains is, but
It's
I like
called
to call
Growing
Full House.
Pains.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
It's the one with the title Growing Pains.
Okay. That's the one where they're moving on up to the east side, right?
No.
This is a TGIF retrospective podcast, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Now moving on to
I like their
our-
hamburgers. Their salads are clearly just the parts of the hamburgers that aren't the hamburger.
Go on.
I wanted to stop.
You're like, save
The
me.
episode of Seinfeld is the one where Jerry's girlfriend is very, very attractive, but she's also a real piece of shit. And then she's also a terrible actress. And then he has to decide. It's the one where there's like the chess game between his brain and his penis.
Oh yeah, and he has like the helmet on when he's the penis.
Yeah. And then like when the penis loses it, he just goes like real limp and sort of shrinks down in his chair.
Ah, like a penis does. Got it.
Yes. Yes.
Great comedy.
Truly groundbreaking stuff of the 90s.
I do love me some Seinfeld.
Me too. I watched so much. It was my comfort show for the first.
It was I think everybody had like their go-to quarantine show.
Yeah. Seinfeld was mine.
Matt, was your go-to quarantine show a children's show?
Yeah, like pretty much everything on Disney Plus. I've watched. I know you were talking about TV series, but I've watched all the Toy Story movies probably about 5 or 6 times in the past couple of weeks, just because it makes my daughter happy. And then, like, by the end of the day, I'm sitting on the couch weeping.
He did have a friend in him in need. Was it friend in me or friend in? It's friend in me, right?
Yeah.
It's friend in me. Yeah.
He did have a friend in him.
When he said, "Take care of Andy for me," that's when I lose it.
Have you guys seen the fourth? Is it the fourth one?
Yes.
Yes, I love it. It's very good.
I've heard it's good. I haven't seen it though, because I don't have access to a Disney or a movie Cineplex.
This isn't
Well, let's watch it.
a dig
right
on it, but it is my least favorite of the 4. But
Really,
they're,
That's
because
fair.
2 is mine.
but they're good.
Even though I haven't seen 4. I wasn't a big fan of 2. What did you guys think of Toy Story 2?
Let us know below.
Yeah.
I
Shout
think,
off in the chat.
I think 2, for me, would be second to last. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to rank Toy Story.
Yeah, it is hard. Speaking of people sounding off in the chat, we have Hidden Pixel Plays posted 3 DrawBomb emojis, and then The Professor, or it has a 3 in it, so I'm going to call them The Professor, currently wearing a Pizza Planet shirt. 2 is probably their favorite. So
Well then now I want to take back my answer of it being near the bottom. I really need to rewatch all these.
I actually should watch them all again. I haven't seen the 2 since it came out.
I watched 4 on a plane.
I
I don't know what that has to do with anything. I just thought you guys would think that's cool that technology has reached these heights. No pun intended.
I watched the Pink Panther 1 and 2, the Steve Martin ones, on a plane once. So
Oh, okay, so you already know.
I watched a plane fly overhead once.
Well,
Whoa.
Toy Story
While I
was on.
outside.
I've seen Soul Plane with Kevin Hart.
How was it?
I don't think I'm allowed to comment on that movie.
You're not allowed to have an
made for
opinion on that movie? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. I think you can have opinions on all media, but you may have to take a look at yourself and be like, why am I judging this thing that I'm not the audience of?
Yeah.
But at
Like,
the same time, I can watch a kids show and be like, or something made for a different, group of people or anything, and be like, this is shit. I haven't seen Soul Pudding. I'm not saying it's shit. I think it's probably great.
This is bogus. This
I don't know.
fucking shit. No, but yeah, I don't know. It's just it's one of those things where it's like I've had friends show me like Kevin Hart stand-up specials before, and like they were dying laughing, and I was like kind of politely laughing along, and I'm just like, this is not for me. This is not. But like legitimately, like not like me saying, "Oh, this is not for me. This is not my cup of tea." But like it was not made.
It was not made
me.
for Ian Newton.
Yeah, and that's fine. And like I'm not
On
gonna
the
go
other hand,
around.
I'm outraged. I want everything to be made with me in mind.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it! If it's not made with me as the target audience, I will literally send a SWAT team to somebody's house. God damn it!
Which is a popular move these days.
It is.
Yeah, I think you want to let people enjoy what they're going to enjoy. The thing you also don't want to do is say, "Hey, watch this," and then like hold somebody hostage with your phone,
Yeah.
or like, "Hey, let's sit down and watch this 50-minute YouTube video, and I'm going to stare at you and make sure you laugh at the correct times."
Oh, I do hate that. And I used to be
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, I was at my mom's house because she wanted to watch Hamilton, and I was like, "Oh, sweet, I'll watch Hamilton with you." And like the whole time, I'm just like sitting there, like looking over at her, like.
Mom, did you see that part? You don't seem to be appreciating it in the way that I would expect you to.
It's like, "Oh, did you know he wrote this whole thing himself?
He wrote it.
all.
Is Lin-Manuel
He wrote
Miranda
the chorus to this
paying
song
you?
on the way to a party. It's good. It's good movie."
Good source of
I
Hamilton commentary.
oh shit, I just had something and I literally forgot it.
Oh, no.
I literally forgot it as opposed to figuratively forgetting it. Which is I think when somebody says forget it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Figuratively. If you could literally though, that'd be just swell.
What if it was really funny? Like,
It was probably one of
You
the
gotta-
funniest thing you ever said, I'm sure.
yeah.
No, everything I say is a laugh riot. That's why I insist on talking constantly.
You gotta throw
That's
everything
how
at the
I
wall
do.
to see what sticks.
Absolutely right. That's why they call
Hey.
me Paintball Ian, because I'm just constantly splatting.
People call you that?
No, God no. I'm
Are you
thank
trying
God
to
they
get
don't.
that started? Do you want that to
No,
happen?
please. I want people to call me T-Bone,
Eh,
like that episode of Seinfeld.
And Community as well.
Oh, is there an episode? Oh, which episode is that one?
It's like the second episode. I don't know. He calls him T-Bone, or Jeff calls Troy T-Bone. He's like, "How'd you know my name was T-Bone?" It's like, "'Cause you play football and your name starts with T."
That's right. I like that part. I think it's in that episode, or it's in like the one right after it, where he's just like, "Come on, you were meant to play football. It's in your blood." And he's like, "That's racist. It's in your soul. That's racist. It's in your heart, and that's gay. That's homophobic. Oh, that's
black.
yeah, that's black. That's
That's
racist." Yeah.
Same episode, my friend.
It's such a good episode. It's a good show. We were talking about. I watched the pilot episode again recently, and that's one of those like pilot episodes, and it helps that you know what the show ended up becoming and like how good it was. But like that is such a great pilot episode that just sort of like you watch it and you're like, this is gonna be a good show. I can already feel it.
Yeah.
yeah,
What
we
did you
just
guys?
binged all of Community recently.
You again like?
No, I think we did during quarantine.
Gotcha. Yeah, have you guys binged any shows? Like, what shows have you binged during the whole Q-teen?
Boy, the list is large.
It is a large list.
Real quick before we
What
get to
else
that, I
does it
want to
do?
mention we got some people in the chat. The Leviathan Den is there.
Yo.
Says rad. The professor says, "Hi, Matt."
What up?
Matt says, "What up?"
It's my buddy Jeremy.
That's
Zone
how
Dog
cool he
says,
is. He
"Yo,
doesn't
yo."
even say the S in what's. He goes, "What up?" That's how
Yeah, I
cool
like
he
to
is.
connect with the young people, you know.
These youths.
Yeah, I
You-
like to be relatable.
Do you absorb their life energy?
Yeah, I drink their blood.
What is
But
this?
we
Hocus
don't-
pocus?
I mean,
Yeah, we don't get into that.
quit blowing up my spot, man. They're not gonna hang out with me anymore.
The blood don't come cheap.
That's right.
Hey,
You know how
but-
hard it was
but-
to find this big gallon of kids' blood?
I had to get it off the dark web.
That's
Yeah, I'll
just
tell
the
you what.
regular internet, but in like night mode.
As I was
Your own
gonna make
guys.
that same. I was gonna say like, you know how hard it is to find things on the dark web? It's really hard because no one turns the lights on and you just keep bumping
You
into
can't
shit.
see a thing.
You can't see a goddamn thing.
It's like it's night mode, except it works way too well.
And I
Yeah.
dropped my glasses when I was in. It was just the worst. Couldn't-
Oh, jinkies.
How have you all
Zone Dog
been?
says, "Yo yo, bro," which is funny because bro is now a reference for us because of all the chess we've been playing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, for me, I'm not aware of this.
Oh, bro.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's just
oh, yeah.
whenever.
I remember now. It's
Yeah.
all coming back.
To explain it to Matt, since I feel bad, saying like it's a reference, and then we're just over here in the corner going like,
You wouldn't get it. We like to
Yeah,
bring people
bro.
on the show so that we can do all inside jokes.
Yeah, just
I've missed several episodes. I'm very busy. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all right.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
That didn't even
I'm
happen on the
so
show, so you're,
sorry.
you're safe.
Oh, okay.
So you just
I mean,
outed
I
yourself
watch-
for no reason.
Every day.
Wow. Now that's a super fan right there.
y'all can
But-
learn a lesson. from
But
Matty
seriously,
Flummox.
Jeffrey and Steven, it's great to be here.
Which one am I?
You're Jeffrey.
Oh, good.
Oh man,
Steven kind of sounds like Ian.
can I be Abed then? Oh, wait, are we talking
Steven.
community characters or what's going?
No,
I'm
I
so
was just picking
confused.
names.
He was pretending that he didn't know our names. It was a
Oh.
joke. You're good at the yes and thing, though. I will give you that. Huh? Someone explain this to me.
Hold
Hello.
on a
Yeah,
second.
that's-
Let me figure
I'm
this
gonna
out.
take I'm gonna take an improv class, and then every time like someone
Just be
starts
very
doing like
confused.
an improv bit, just pretend like I'm so confused. Like, wow, I sure wish that we could fit all these groceries in our grocery cart. What are you talking about? We're not even in a grocery store. We're in a theater. This is
When's
the
the
UCB.
improv
What's
start?
happening here? Yeah.
I'm sure they would figure out what you're doing and get sick of it
Yeah,
immediately.
they'd be like, look, technically we can't kick you out because it is improv, but we're
But-
also asking you to leave.
You are improving, but we hate you.
You're just not improving the right way. And then I'll be like, oh, I didn't know you could improv the right way. See, everybody? See what's going on when you improv with the man?
And then you
Let's
get to
all
become the
walk outta
teacher.
here. Yeah.
In this
Come
scene,
join
you're
my
going to
class.
walk
I have flyers
outside.
printed out already. It just happens to be that way. Don't worry about it.
Sounds like a plan.
It is, yeah. We're going to call ourselves the Uptight
Society.
Society of People.
Cool. I think it's
Anyway.
gonna catch on.
Definitely. If it doesn't, then I'm out like $50 for all these flyers I had printed.
Was that improv or did you have that written ahead of time?
Oh, jeez. You never ask an improv guy
How
that.
dare you? How insulting.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys sent me a script before I
Shut
logged
up,
into Discord.
shut up, shut up.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, what's going on over here?
God.
That's a scene.
So bro, we say bro whenever you get a bad, like someone does a particularly heinous move in chess. You like say for
I feel like you
instance.
guys just said it every single turn.
Well, we did,
Good
but
or
now it's
bad.
been turning. It's morphed into that now, where
Okay.
every time, like we were playing the other night, and then he put me in a move where I could lose either my rook or my queen, and then I was just like, bro,
Zone Dog, Ian did tell me that he's lost you every time, so I just figure we should say that on the air.
Yeah, I'm terrible at chess. I've been, I've said for a long time, like, I'm terrible at chess, and now I am learning how right I was.
Not to be better at chess, you're just learning that you were correct.
Yeah, there's no, I gotta, like, study? Like, fuck that. Like, I'll just lose.
So
It's way
before,
less effort.
were you saying it ironically before? Like, do you think you were a shark? You were just telling people
Oh,
you're
no,
bad?
I was actually, I lose at chess, like, all the time. And I was like, well, if I start playing again, maybe I'll be a smarter human being, and no.
Joke's on you.
Brawl. The joke was on me.
So, fellas, how was your week?
Stressful, and then, very good. And then also, I was drunk for most of it.
Hey, what a coincidence. Same.
Yeah, my brain got fried all week. It kind of felt like one day that lasted for like 100 hours, if that makes any sense.
There were many days that I spent staring at my phone until way after I should have been asleep. Then I went to bed for like 3 hours just to wake up and stare at my phone again.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
On Tuesday night, I had a very vivid dream that I woke up and watched the news and learned bad news. I'm trying to be vague. And then when I actually woke up, I like flung myself out of bed.
I had to make sure that dream wasn't real.
It was a long week.
Yeah, similar to that, like, you wouldn't believe how similar. I had a dream on Tuesday night that I was babysitting somebody's kids, and they all were, like, toddlers, like, ages, like, 8 to 1, and they all had the faces and voices of the Beastie Boys, but, like, fully grown up.
Oh, man.
Seems fun.
That was definitely election related, I can tell you. I'm still unpacking it with my therapist, but...
He's excited to get all my money because it's going to take a while to figure this one out.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's like a huge Beastie Boys fan, so it's going to be a treat for him.
Yeah, I told my therapist that dream, and he was just like, well, shit, if I knew it was going to be that kind of party, I'd have stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes.
You know, you can shop around for other, like,
other jokes?
therapists. Yeah. You don't have to stick with that guy.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was going to say, I think you were talking to a chef, and then I thought about it some more. And then I said it anyway, so.
Yeah. I don't think I would ever hire that chef. That is a bad chef.
No.
That's like Bad Santa, except Billy Bob Thornton is a chef, and someone puts their dick in mashed potatoes.
What did they call that movie? Bad Chef?
Yeah. That's it.
It'd be Chef Santa.
Chef Santa. Ooh. Hold on, let's actually come up with the plot for Chef Santa. Why is Santa a chef all of a sudden? Here's my thinking.
Alright, go ahead.
Chef's reindeer and sleigh accidentally lands on a bunch of orphans. Well, no, the people running the orphanage, the caretakers of the orphanage.
Doesn't that mean they turn into Santa Claus?
Well, if Santa kills you, you actually go to hell. That's how it goes.
Oh, no.
And he takes your job. Wait.
That makes sense.
Working at an orphanage.
That is the answer to this this plot line, I think, is Santa accidentally kills the chef.
If Santa kills a chef, then you get turned into a gingerbread cookie.
Voiced by Gary Busey.
That's right, voiced by Gary Busey. And you say things like, "Oh, I didn't know that we had lady fingers," and then you cut a lady's finger off.
Ginger dead.
Although he doesn't even kill that woman in that movie. The one person he actually kills, he doesn't have any kind of clever pun for. She just gets knifed in the face.
He was too shocked that he actually committed murder that he didn't have
It's
a
like,
line
wow,
for it.
I'm a fucking cookie and I still managed to make it happen. All right.
This is Tim Allen, right? Santa is Tim Allen?
Santa is Tim Allen, but Tim Allen is not Santa. It's a complicated. It's like how every rectangle is a square, but every square is not. Wait.
Is Santa a shaggy dog?
Well, if you look at the dog's eyes.
I try not to. That's the most terrifying part. Do you know what we're referencing here, Matt? Have you seen the poster for Shaggy Dog? It's a film that I think was forgotten immediately because, except for in people's nightmares.
Luckily, I'm at a computer. Good lord.
What a mistake, am I right?
Poster.
That dog has human eyes.
Yeah.
Yup.
I don't like any of this.
I think that's like some kind of demon or something. I think they call those skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Certain
It's got a
cultures.
soundtrack, which I mean makes sense because it was a movie, but my god.
How many times in that movie do you think they played the "Bow Wow Wow Diggy Day Diggy Day" song? It's got to be
From
like
George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic.
or like "Who Let the Dogs Out." It's probably in there.
I would
number of
definitely bet
times.
money on Who Let the Dogs Out being in either the soundtrack or the commercial.
All right, we gotta get to the bottom of this right now.
I'm
What
not
other-
sure they would
what
put
other
Parliament
dog-
Funkadelic.
I mean, I've seen a number of they cut out. They don't put the full song in, but I've seen a number of dog-related movies that.
Yep, there it is. Who let the dogs out?
What else we got? Any
Nice.
other dog-related songs in the soundtrack?
When a man loves a woman.
Is that
on
when the dog?
Big Dog by Akon?
That's it. That's the dog song.
There you go.
What's the over/under on dog songs? Are you guys
Yeah,
gonna bet?
what's the
Let's put
ratio?
money on there. I'll get
I'm gonna
$2
guess
to
that there's
whoever gets
more non-dog songs, just because I don't think enough dog songs exist.
It's not a lot of dog songs, but like 3, 4. How many dog songs?
Total?
Yeah.
I'm guessing 4 dog songs.
Okay.
Well, how big's the soundtrack? How many songs? in
12.
this? 12?
Ooh.
Oh. Might have to go down to 3.
I would stick with the 2 we've heard.
The answer is, let's see, we have 3. Roll the
Yes!
Dogs Out, Big Dog by Akon, and Every Dog Has Its Day.
Oh,
There it is.
god damn it.
There it is, folks. I win.
And
Also,
it's-
new
it's
follower Grepsky. Follow the show. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you, Grepsky.
That's my boy G Money, co-host of The Thing I Can't Plug Yet.
Oh yeah, you can plug it. We'll plug it in. We'll plug it all the time. We don't care.
Just undermining me, right? Fine. You know what?
Everybody
Yes, fine.
tune
Do
into
whatever you
my
want to do.
podcast.
Everybody do what they want to do.
Yeah,
Twitch.tv/DrawBomb every Monday, 8 p.m.
that's right.
It's good stuff.
You're a regular.
Okay,
How-
so please tell me the soundtrack is called Dog Songs.
Yeah. No, call it Pet Sounds. Okay.
That would be hilarious.
It just looks weird to see music inspired by the movie Shaggy the Dog or the Shaggy
I
Dog.
feel like all the musicians probably disagree with that.
Just
Yeah.
an odd
Right.
sentence.
Like everything about that movie did not inspire me to make anything. In fact, I
Yeah.
stopped making art for a year after I saw it.
You know what they say about that movie though. Once you watch it, really though, the whole story was ultimately irrelevant.
I've never watched it. I don't.
No,
It
it's
really makes you feel like a dog.
it's a really dumb joke I just made, but it's, you know, like a Shaggy Dog story.
No.
So, alright, so like there's a story, and it's I don't know if it's the original Shaggy Dog story, but it's the one I've heard as the example of a Shaggy Dog story. Where it's this person has a dog, and he's like, my dog is the shaggiest dog in the whole goddamn world. And someone's like, okay, prove it. So the guy takes his dog to like this show, and like a dog show, and the dog performs in like all these different things. It does really well in the obstacle course, you know, it's well behaved. And then, you know, the judges, they have to come in and they have to like judge all the dogs. And then the judge looks at the dog and the judge is like, that dog's really not that shaggy. And the whole point is that it's a fucking irrelevant. It's just like pointless because nothing I had explained is relevant because the dog's not a shaggy dog.
Oh,
I'm doing a
see.
terrible job of explaining this, but
Saying
It's
that, like,
about
the thesis
subverting
sucks.
expectations. Yeah, you're waiting for a punchline, but you just kind of get to the end of the story.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
So like everybody that calls me at work and tells me like about why they want to buy a can of soup is basically what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Soup for the families.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, like here, archetypal story. A boy owned a dog that was uncommonly shaggy. People remarked upon its considerable shagginess. When the boy learned that there were contests for shaggy dogs, he entered his dog. The dog won first prize for shagginess in both the local and regional competitions. The boy entered the dog into an ever larger contest until he finally entered into the world championships for shaggy dogs. The dog had inspected all the competing dogs. They had remarked about the boy's dog. It's not that shaggy. And then that's it.
It's kind of funny. It made me think of Grandpa Simpson when he was telling the story.
Onion
like,
on the
there
belt.
was an onion on my belt.
Yeah.
And I'm looking on Wikipedia, and that's one of the examples.
100%.
That's great.
Amazing.
It was the style at the time. Exactamundo.
The professor says, "Did you guys ever see that movie where Kevin Spacey is a cat?" I think that is that Unusual Suspect?
No, I know what you're talking about, though. I think I saw a YouTube review of it.
Is it 9 Lives?
Is the
I
cat
believe it is. It is 100% 9 lives.
the cat turns out to be Kaiser Sose?
That's right. It looks like they don't use human eyes
Thank
for
God.
the cat in the poster either, though. But they do
Cat
put a
looks
cat.
depressed, though.
Yeah, the cat looks fucking sad as shit.
Does Kevin Spacey turn into a cat, or has this cat always been Kevin Spacey?
I believe the cat.
Is it a cat voiced by Kevin Spacey in like a Homeward Bound situation, or is there some kind of magic?
He turns into a cat.
Okay.
Tom Brand, Kevin Spacey, is a billionaire whose workaholic lifestyle takes him
yes.
away from his loving wife Laura and adorable daughter Rebecca. Needing a present for Rebecca's 11th birthday, Brand buys a seemingly harmless cat from a mysterious pet store. Suddenly, a bizarre turn of events traps poor Tom inside the animal's body.
Why is the
Because
only way
Walken's
for
in it.
Why is the only way for people to learn a lesson is with body horror?
Because have you met people? Like, it takes a lot for anyone to learn fucking
Rob
anything.
Schneider had to like change it to 10 different things to learn a few lessons.
Yeah, the only way to learn empathy is to like be completely transformed into something else.
Yeah, imagine you want a human for 7 days. I literally can't. Okay, well, now there you go.
You know, it's like A Wonderful Life kind of did it the best, and then everybody just made it dumber, like
Yeah,
a million times.
pretty much. Yeah. That's
yeah,
yeah.
it's great.
It's a wonderful life indeed. Am I right, fellas?
Oh,
I used to have really strong opinions about that movie, and then I completely forgot about them. I remember like writing an essay about it, and I can't remember what it was about.
Were you
that was a
for
good
or
conversation.
against?
I was for the movie. I'm a big fan.
Okay,
I watch it every year.
well, that's good. I was just curious if you were like, this movie's problematic. Angels.
There are those takes.
I mean, I'm sure it is by this point.
It's hard to make something that long ago that's not in some way bad now.
Yeah, then the PC police come along and
What? I can't have a wonderful life anymore.
What,
Jeez,
you can't
oh,
slap
face.
a woman around and like have people not complain about
What are
it?
you allowed to even do?
How hard am I allowed to hit my wife so that people won't complain?
I just
Professor
shook her a
says-
few times.
Professor says it came out around the time he got called for being a sexual predator. That surprises me because I would have guessed Kevin Spacey cat movie would have like came out like in the 90s or something.
They were
Yeah.
like, guys, this movie is bigger than all of us.
We know how to save his
We
career.
need to put this movie out.
Yeah.
Just hold off the allegations for a little bit.
Look,
This is
Kevin,
important.
I know you're a pedophile, but I think for the good of the world and this country, this cat movie needs to be released.
Maybe
No matter what.
Just trembling, like people need to see this vision.
Maybe okay, so I have an idea here. Feel free to shoot it down. But maybe for all these celebrities that it turns out they're bad people and their careers kind of go away, maybe this is the only types of movies they're allowed to be in anymore, is where they get turned into animals. Like Mel Gibson can only be in movies where he gets turned into some animal. He has to like try to turn back. Kevin Spacey turn into a cat. These are the only films they're allowed to do.
So what if
Yeah.
it's a movie where you can be transformed into either an animal or whatever like demographic of people you have committed these trespasses against. So, for instance, Kevin Spacey is only allowed. Nah, that would actually.
I don't want to
to
give these people the position to act as any of these.
This is
troops
true.
that
You know
they
what?
hate.
I completely take. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't know if we should actually be putting Kevin Spacey in close proximity to like any
No.
children or anything
No,
like
probably
that.
not.
Never mind. Animals, only animals, except for Michael Vick. He just can't do anything.
Yeah, imagine if cancel culture was actually a real thing that had any power.
That's what I'm saying. I want there to be like rules to cancel culture. Like, all right, here's your punishment. You can now only act in movies about being turned into a cat
Yeah.
or retire.
Although to be fair though, Louis C.K. was in Secret Life of Pets, and then all
There
those
you go. He's playing, but you know,
they kicked him out of Secret Life of Pets too.
well, it's different when it's animated. You're not allowed to be in those.
I guess that's fair.
It's,
So
you
it's
know,
much less-
the system is still being figured out. You know, so don't.
Yeah, we're still working on it.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
some...
we're working on it at the SJW headquarters.
That's right. You just wait. We're coming for y'all, yeah.
Professor says Mel Gibson just gets to make the Passion of the Christ sequel. Well, actually, no. People are still making movies with him all the time. Well, not all the time, but more than they should.
He's in that
Yeah,
Marky Mark and Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, and then now there's this new movie coming out that he's the main character, and the plot actually seems pretty fun, which is annoying to me because I'm not going to watch it.
Is it like an action movie?
So basically, he's Santa, but it's like a dark, gritty Santa, and some like rich kid he gives coal to. So the rich kid hires a hitman to come get him, and it's like the hitman versus Santa.
Oh man, I would totally watch that movie.
But it's all like he's not like hanging out in like a red suit. He's like this like dirty man like living in the North Pole or whatever, and he's got like guns and stuff. And I'm just like, that's a stupid fun concept for a movie. I would want to watch that, but I don't want to watch Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I know Mel Gibson was in like some action movie like really shortly after the Alligator. Like I remember reading a review of a Mel Gibson action movie, and someone was like, "Yeah, it was pretty solid." Like some movie reviewer, and I'm just like, God damn it, he shouldn't be in these fucking. He shouldn't be in like good ass action movies. He should be in some bullshit like turning into a cat.
There you go. Well, you know, we just got to get these rules passed, and then
We'll get there someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep campaigning. I've been doing lots of phone banking for it, but people just they don't understand.
They're just like, what did Mel Gibson do? And you're like, remember? He was
I
like,
can't really repeat it
yeah,
Yeah.
without insulting like 7 different demographics of people.
yeah. It was pretty much. He pretty much lashed out against everybody. You shouldn't lash out against. So that's why I'm in the newest Mel Gibson movie called Give a Dog a Bone. It's about a priest who is sexually attracted to dogs, and
Boy, that's a tough position for a priest.
yeah, it's kind of like you remember that movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman, Doubt. It's like that, except instead of altar boys, it's dogs.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see that.
Well, why wouldn't you support your friend?
You know, sorry. I don't think we can be friends anymore either.
That's a completely you passed. You passed the test.
Yay! Also, the guy from that show. What I forget what would you do? Bullshit show we were talking about. He comes out.
God. We were talking about that last week. It's that show.
Have you seen that
Where
show,
they-
Matt? Where they basically
I would
like
be
put people
so-
in really awkward situations and they're assholes, and then they come out and judge you for the way you react to it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I would be so enraged, like
That's what-
even after they told me that I was on a show, because I get so much secondhand anxiety when I'm in public that I would be so upset.
That was pretty much our opinion, except I don't think it was necessarily anxiousness that we were just like, fuck you. Like I'm not gonna pick a fight with a random person in a diner. Everybody has a gun now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm
You
not a
didn't-
bad person. You're the bad
You
people.
didn't stop that Hell's Angels biker from slapping their child. What kind of piece of fucking shit are you?
Like, god damn it, I'm trying to eat this shitty sandwich at this garbage diner where they allow this to happen.
Yeah. Can't you see I'm poor? Do you see what I chose to eat? Where I chose to eat?
Yeah.
And then there's that Boiling Point show. We
I
covered
know.
Yeah, I
that.
was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Wasn't that one more of like a comedy angle though?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, it was less trauma. I mean, I don't remember. I remember seeing like a couple episodes. Like the one episode I saw was like they had like a bunch of people on a beach, and then they just brought like a really gross looking like fat guy onto the beach to be like turning his boombox up all the way and then like yelling lyrics to the song like a complete asshole. Like just like hey, we brought this person here to ruin your good day off. What? How can you last like an hour? And if you do, we'll give you $20.
You're like, here's your money. You're like, hey, I only got to be here for an hour and a half. You ruined most of that.
This was my lunch break, pricks.
The professor says Mark Wahlberg beat a Vietnamese guy nearly to death, and he just gets to be in whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, that
so
guy
that's
went
another one.
blind.
It's because
I didn't know that.
It's because Mark Wahlberg was like, I'm sorry, and then everybody's like, ah.
I'm just trying to
We
protect
like-
my family
we
from
like
this.
him again.
Charming.
He has a burger store.
Oh, look at his. Don't you hear his dumb voice?
I thought Wahlburgers was a joke that Daniel Van Kirk made up.
Oh, it exists.
Because he used to do this thing on one of the Sklar Brothers podcasts where he would just like leave them voicemails as Mark Wahlberg. He was just like, the other day I was down at Wahlburgers, and I'm like, that can't be real. He made that up. And then when I found out it was real, I lost my mind.
I'll be honest, their fries pretty good.
I've never been to
Yeah.
Wahlburgers.
There was a Wahlburgers like right down the street from where I lived for a while.
Hmm.
Pretty good fries. Can't say anything about their burgers because I haven't had their burgers, and I haven't actually ever ordered from them directly. I just remember somebody being like, "I got all these extra fries from Wahlburgers. You want the Wahlburgers fries?" And I was like, "Okay." These
Be
fries-
honest, you found a paper bag next to the restaurant. You picked it up.
It was on the ground. It was next to
Fries!
like a weird stain.
It was an Arby's bag.
A dog was eating out of it.
Um,
I actually did. I was at a Checkers the one time, like when I was living in this pretty sketchy part of town, about 3-4 years ago, something like that. But I would say 3 years ago. But I was at a Checkers and I was like waiting for my food, and then they give me my fries like before they give me like the rest of my thing. So I'm just like sort of eating the fries out of the Checkers, whatever fry bag or something like that. And then like this guy who's like just real haggard looking, probably homeless, is like, "Yo, can I have your fries?" And I was just like, "No." And then he threatened to stab me, and then I still
Oh,
didn't
God.
give him my fries.
Did he stab you?
No, thankfully.
That's good. I'm glad he didn't call your bluff there.
Yeah. I wish that I had been able to stab him though, because what a dick.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? Man who was stabbed.
What a classic.
The professor says, "Wait, Matt, you listen to Dumb People Town?"
Yeah, I've kind of fallen behind in Dumb People Town. I listened to Scarborough Country way back in the day. I think they started that in like 2013.
Wait, so is Dumb People Town actually the name of the...
A different podcast.
I thought
Yeah.
that was like a joke. He was just
Nope.
sort of being
That's their
disparaging.
podcast where they read like insane news story, like local news stories, and kind of riff on it. It's really funny.
I would absolutely listen to
I've
that.
listened to a number of episodes, not a majority of it, but it's good.
I mean, I've listened to a lot of different podcasts about, that usually cover dumb people topics. But I would absolutely listen to a podcast called Dumb People Town that does what you just described.
Oh yeah, there's an art to it too. You can't just like read a story and just go after every sentence.
Yeah, like, oh, look at this
It's
guy.
crazy how much work it takes to be even somewhat tolerable. That's the pain that I go through every couple of weeks for 2
Oh yeah,
hours.
like I don't know how anyone even sticks with us because like I am a nightmare to like hear. So I don't know how anyone like.
I remember when we were watching WrestleMania, and like every 10 minutes you'd be like, "I'm sorry, guys."
I get very apologetic when I'm hammered. I was also making constant references to like jerking off to people's.
As you do.
I mean, it's WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania,
Once
guys.
you see your 10th man in spandex, what else are you gonna? What else are you gonna do?
Wow, like, jerk off all those people. Like, that's how you do. That's my special move. I make the WWF logo, the one with the pandas, and I make it on people's backs with my splooge.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
You're like a barista. It's really hard to like.
Yeah, it's like coffee art. I'm just like drizzling the milk on it to make the little leaf.
And then you say her name, but you say it wrong.
Excuse me, is this an Amy? I'm looking for Amy. My name's Amy. Yeah, okay, Amy, here you go.
That's what I said. Now take your drink.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for I couldn't think of like a really complicated name to say properly, but anyways, see, this is what I'm talking about, everybody. I can't even like stick with.
You were 1 for 2.
Yeah. Can't even stick with my jokes. Hello, I'm looking for Farouk. Here you go.
There you go. The trick is just to wait like 15
Did you say
seconds.
Farouk?
Farouk, yes.
Farouk and Bradshaw, the Acolytes.
That's right.
There you go. That's my boy.
Yeah. Break the walls down! That's not them.
Isn't that Jericho?
Chris Jericho. Yep. Still
Okay.
wrestling at age 50.
Wow. Wait, he was one of the WrestleMania guys, wasn't he? He was like the overly long match that like they
There
just
was
kept beating each
A
other. with
30-minute
chairs.
match about
That
two
was
guys
Edge.
whose backs hurt. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Edge. Chris
Shit.
Jericho.
That was the
is in AEW.
I'm getting too old for this shit match where there's two guys that were just like
Yeah.
kept grabbing their lower back.
Let's go back to March and discuss WrestleMania. What were your favorite moments? Mine was the chocolate wine.
The chocolate wine.
I drank
Is
chocolate.
that what you were drinking that night?
chocolate wine.
Wow.
I was trying to think back to the Firefly Funhouse match and see if there was chocolate wine involved.
Oh no, unfortunately not. Although I will say, speaking of fun houses, that John Cena thing was art.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, one of the greatest things I've ever seen. That and the Boneyard match.
Oh yeah, the Boneyard. That
I
was
like-
with the
I like when-
Undertaker.
I like when
Right.
Undertaker teleported, defied
That's
all
right.
space and time.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
he's been. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go. You go. No, you go.
I was just gonna say he's been doing that for years though. He used to throw lightning, so
Well,
Oh shit.
why doesn't he just use that move right off the bat? He's
it's
sometimes
kind of
just,
like when the Power
grapples
Rangers
people and-
don't use the Megazord, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
could
guess build up
really
to it.
sort things out pretty quickly if they just went.
Straight to the robots.
I guess you don't start with the hits when you're at a concert.
That's true. And also, I feel like they kind of play off, like, whenever they enter the Megazords, when they do that 10-minute long sequence of the Megazords all coming out, like, to, do the thing for them, they're always coming out of, like, fucking volcanoes
Yeah.
and, like, jungle. Like, it's like, they play it up like these things live at lives outside of the Power Rangers, and it's actually kind of an inconvenience for them when the Power Rangers call them up. So I imagine, like, if they're just like, hello, Power Rangers. We have a big fucking skeleton guy tearing up the city. You gotta do it. And then like Green Ranger's like, okay. And he like plays his little flute on his dagger. And then like the dragon like just kind of trudges up and he's like, what? It's like, I want to climb inside of you. Like,
If those-
a giant monster
They don't
again.
climb
I was
inside.
on the
They
bottom
get
of the ocean.
fucking slingshotted through the air like 7 miles up into the air to land on top of their robot.
They do, yeah. They jump like higher than they ever jump at any other point in the show.
Also, I always kind of assumed they were just parked in these places, but if you can bankroll a Megazord, can't you just buy a big garage for all the things?
Or like
no,
Maybe central
the Earth has
to
to open.
Beach City or whatever the town is that they live in.
Angel Grove.
Oh, okay,
Right.
sorry. God.
it's been about 2 years since I've watched Power Rangers again. I binged that show a lot.
Yeah, I started watching it in air quotes to see if Allison would like it, and she clearly didn't, but I kept
You
watching
gotta
it.
force her.
Yeah.
I didn't even like
a
Power
dad
Rangers
who
as a
likes
kid.
Star Wars and wants their kid to really like Star Wars.
It was only until like I grew up as an adult and started drinking and smoking weed that I started watching Power Rangers and being like, this is the fucking shit, dude.
Power Rangers was my like favorite show when I was a kid. Like my bedroom was like I don't know, back when they probably still do this, but like every item that could have a Power Rangers graphic on it did, like wallpaper, like bedspread, my clothes, like
That's
like
hilarious.
a Power Rangers like shelf, like Power Rangers like curtains, everything.
I think as a kid I knew how goofy it was, and I was just like, nah, I want that non-goofy shit. Give me some fucking Pokemon, dude.
Yeah, they take themselves way more seriously.
That hard shit. It's a bee
Yeah.
with drills on his arms, dude.
Dude, and his
Hell
name's
yeah.
Beedrill. There's no fucking around when it comes to Pokemon,
Don't
dude.
get me started on Scyther.
Yeah. Dude.
That's your favorite Pokemon, right? Hey, let's draw
Yeah.
Scyther.
No.
Yo, we did you know that I Scribble game where it's basically Pictionary but like the internet version of it.
Yeah.
So like there's like you can put custom words in, and they have a website you can go to where it's just like a list of like custom words under certain categories. So you can do like colors, animals, this, that. So we did one that was Pokemon, but it's only like the original like 66 or however many Pokemon there were. So like we like for one of our happy hour Zoom call things, we did that, and it was basically like drawing Pokemon from memory all over again. Except obviously it wasn't just Scyther, but somebody, I think Zach got Scyther. So, like,
That's funny. Man, if you would have got it, you would have been trained for that moment.
nope. Still don't remember what the fucking Pokemon is.
You need to draw Scyther once a week to keep it fresh. Otherwise, it just fades away.
It's a good way to keep executive functions like working correctly.
Yeah.
Really keeps you sharp.
I got the new
stay on top.
brain training game, and all it has me do is draw Scyther. I don't understand. I feel like it's a waste of my money.
Person,
honestly.
woman, man, camera, TV. Draw
That's
Scyther.
right. Person, man, woman, camera, Scyther. Don't you see I have the best executive function of all the presidents and the best at it?
Many people are saying this. That's all.
Many people are saying it. It's also like I'm saying it, my mom says it.
I've
You
caught
say
them all
every-
multiple times. I don't
Every
even need a
time.
master ball.
Someone was talking to me about a master ball the other day, and I was just like, hey, look, I'm the president, that's very inappropriate, you better be talking about boobs or nothing else, I don't want to be hearing about your balls.
Good to see that 4 years was not enough for us to get our impressions down.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it at that.
I refuse to listen to him talk, so it's not like it's ever gonna get better.
That's fair. Don't want to study.
Yeah. I make it as disparaging as of an impression as possible because fuck that guy.
Well, fortunately, you never
Remind me
have
to
to listen
send you a
again.
video. I have a video to send you.
If you send me a video of me talking, I won't listen to all of it because I am the best person to listen to.
I look at yours is just like a mumble that you can't understand.
It's not even like
I'm doing the thing with my hands while you do that. What is that? I don't understand that. Hands go in, hands go out, over and over.
Wait.
It's like he's kneading dough or something. I don't know.
The professor says it's the dueling trumps. Coincidentally, all the characters in what's that movie called? Shit, this joke is falling apart.
Oh no.
what's the movie called? With John Voight and all the hillbillies that try to kill him.
Oh, Deliverance?
Deliverance. I was gonna say some joke about like them voting for Trump, but let's just move on from this.
Let's move past. I get what you're coming from, though.
Mhm.
Coming from, and I think it's
Swamp mutants.
Swamp mutants. The hills have eyes.
Well, I mean that's also same joke.
Speaking of giant skeleton guy, I'm just reading the comments right now. Speaking of comments, about skeleton dudes in Power Rangers. One of my favorite monsters in the Power Rangers is he's just a big bandito skeleton, like looking like he's like one of the three amigos. And that's great enough as it is, but like the part that makes him so fantastic is that they show like clips, like you know how it's like Zordon's always like Power Rangers, you have this big monster, and then it's like they'll show like clips of the monster being real spooky and like evil, and then like one of the clips they show for the Bandito skeleton is it's just like the skeleton riding a merry-go-round, like on one of the horses. It's the best thing ever.
I don't think he deserves to be killed for that.
Oh my god, I found the screenshot. That's fantastic.
Are you serious?
It's perfect.
Oh man.
It's so great.
You want to post it in the Discord and then I'll... Or you can even post it right in... Yeah, I'll do it that way.
We got the world must see the Bandito skeleton.
Oh, it's really low res. It's tiny. Little
yeah, I think I've actually gone looking for that same picture, and that's the best I've been able to find.
We'll take what we can get.
But I mean, someday I'll go on to Netflix and or I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but I'll go on to wherever the fuck you can find Power Rangers, and I'll take my own screenshot. That's what I'll do.
There you go.
I tried to find a screenshot of you know that scene in Clone High where Gandhi's trying to like direct that friend for his movie, and he's like, no, man, you gotta say what? And like his face keeps like getting all weird and stretched. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
It kind of became a meme for a while, but like, I described the scene already. So like, anyways, but the dude, like, got like the Gandhi character is like stretching his head and like making a big ridiculous face as it goes, say what? In order like, just because like it's a funny joke, and I wanted to use that as one of the article header images for like one of the articles I wrote for that website, and I couldn't find like we have like a specific resolution that the pictures can be at a minimum, or else like it's just not acceptable for the site. Because I couldn't find one, but I could think of no better image for the article header, I decided I literally traced it over and like made like my own high resolution image version of that thing. So I don't know if anyone would ever be able to find it by like just simply Google searching, but yep, there he is. Bandito skeleton. And also he's like...
He has a broadsword.
Yep. And they straight up put him like riding like one of the merry-go-rounds for like a split second. It's so fun. But yeah, I don't know how Google searching how successfully it would work, but if you search one of the images of Gandhi going, say what? Excuse me. I have officially now made the highest resolution image of that meme. So,
doing God's work.
I was like, I don't get to impart a lot of gifts to the world, but god damn it, this will be one of them. And that's the most significant thing I've ever done. Hi, my name's Ian. I'm almost 30.
Here's my achievements.
That's right. I'm gonna find that say what thing, and then I'm gonna send that to you, Brandon.
Alright.
Did you know that he is the reason why Dr. Cox called Dr. Turk Gandhi on the show Scrubs?
Is he really?
Because of Clone High, yeah.
That's incredible.
I think they all did voices for like bit parts on the show or whatever.
That's awesome.
And he thought Gandhi looked like Turk.
That's funny.
That's my little tidbit. Listen to the Scrubs podcast.
Want to know my little tidbit about Scrubs?
What's that?
Is that Dr. Cox is always calling JD girls' names, but also a not insignificant number of girls that JD dates on the show all have names that are androgynous and are mostly used to reference used as a boy's name.
Yes.
That is a thing that is about that show. Shall I give examples, everybody?
I have trivia too.
Elliot.
It takes place in a Hopsible.
Tasty Coma Wife.
Tasty Comb. Oh, that's right.
Jordan.
Jordan is one of them. Danny.
Danny is yes. And Mandy Moore.
I'm gonna say
Elizabeth Banks.
We good? Good on this one?
Let me see. Should we? Yeah,
I just want to comment. I just want to comment on the fact that tables specifically for telephones don't exist anymore, and that's weird. And remember when there were telephone tables? I'm Andy Rooney.
Call them a table phone.
Did you guys have tables specifically for your phone?
No, I don't think so.
In 1994, I did.
Okay. I wanted to be honest. I know. It's a long time ago, so we won't judge you for it. What do you keep on the table now?
Yeah, what's on the table now?
A tablecloth.
Bugs.
I don't have a landline anymore. Who has a landline?
Actually, my parents still have a landline, but for instance, they just called, they got a call in the landline. The only person who calls our landline are spam calls or our grandma. Okay. and she usually calls if she's freaking out because she can't remember dad's cell phone number, which dad's
just keep it as backup for grandma.
Yeah,
it's a good reason.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, let's take this drawing.
Hey guys, that's a good drawing. You're really talented.
Hey, thanks. And that's why you get to be on the show.
That's right, because
I'm a sycophant.
That's right. We have guests on who we don't bring them on for the drawversational skills. We bring them on for the Christ.
Wait, so you remember drawversational, but you didn't remember conversational?
Look, I said drawversational, and I was just like, oh god, if I don't finish this, maybe people will not. Maybe I'll
a single gunshot.
Oh god. The lights went out, and then when the lights came back on, Ian was dead. Well, good.
Ian just throws the smoke bomb even though there's no video.
Ninja vanish! You just hear the noise.
He's like, oh god.
You're scrambling through the room to get out.
Yeah.
For the smoke clears. The one episode we had the webcams off.
You guys missed it. I did a sweet flip. Only the webcams were on.
Was it a front flip or a back flip?
Oh shit! It was a varial, dude.
Would you ever do a show with face cam? Have you done that?
Yeah,
we've done so.
We usually do. We just have them off this episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So.
My hair looks great. I could have showed everybody my hair.
Well, next time you're on the show. Yeah. Next time you're on the show, we can definitely have cams, or we could even just do your guys' cams.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Or we should figure out some kind of way of formatting things. When we have guests on, we can, if they have a webcam, we can
If I would have done the show as normal, I would have definitely had Matt do his cam if he was down. But everything revolves around me.
If you say jump, I say how high are you in that you think I will be jumping right now.
And then you do a backflip.
That's right, but I don't do it very high. I'm still very close to the ground.
That makes it even more impressive if your head skims the ground. And
Oh yeah.
That's the dangerous kind.
I've suffered a fair number of neck injuries because of just that.
You should probably stop doing that.
No. How high are you?
Fair argument. How high are you that you can tell me to stop doing not very high backflips?
Yeah. Look, the day I don't break my neck doing a weird backflip is the day that I don't run up my hospital bill and my insurance does not give me a call.
You know, you're in so much debt from all these spinal surgeries that at this point you should just keep pushing the bill.
I call it my backflip debt.
Really?
Yeah. It's because it's all the debt I got from doing backflips.
I mean, I guess it's self-explanatory, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's your opinion on this, Matt?
If you keep it up, you'll be backflip dead.
Whoa. A backflip right into
Thanks,
a
guys.
early grave.
I've been Matt. Tip your waitress.
You have been?
Well, who are you now?
I'm still Matt.
Matt,
but with 3 T's.
Oh.
For every terrible joke I made.
On the weekends, I'm Franklin, but I don't like to talk about that.
Well, if you're gonna be Frank, can I still be Garth?
This is going down a dark road.
You can tell we're on our game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Is that a Power Ranger you drawn there?
It is. I couldn't think of what to drew, but I knew we were talking Power Rangers. This is drawing Power Rangers from memory.
Okay.
I thought it was an Among Us boy for a minute.
Maybe it's both.
Among Us might be
Among Us.
Might be a Power Rangers thing.
That would actually be a really it's a Power Rangers game, so you gotta be like trying to fight this giant monster, but at the same time, one of you is also the evil clones that they always bring out like at least every couple of episodes.
Yeah, and the Green Ranger was evil for a while.
He was.
Until they
So,
convinced him.
Through the power of love.
Where did he get that costume?
Where did he get? Yeah, like.
I don't remember the story.
I think Rita had control of it. Is what happened at
I
first.
believe so.
Yeah, so we had brainworms for a while.
I was at a Comic-Con a year ago before all this shit, and Rita Repulsa was there. It's just a lady sitting at a table.
One time, back in 2010, I was at New York Comic Con, and I didn't get to go to any panels because we weren't smart enough to plan ahead to like be like, let's go to the Walking Dead panel. But when I was walking around Comic Con, you know that I think his name's Pete on 30 Rock. He's like the balding dude who's like he was just walking around like he had a bag of swag, and I just like passed by him, and I was just like, isn't that the fucking guy from 30 Rock?
Just likes comics.
Yeah. And this guy, it must be pretty dope to be like at least you know, obscure enough that people will just like not give you shit if you're walking around Comic-Con.
Right. Although if you're gonna get recognized at a place, that's probably it.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of a gamble.
Yeah. You know, as long as it doesn't happen all the time. I don't imagine it's probably not that annoying.
Yeah, it would probably be cool like every once in a while. Like if it's not every day, and like at least once a week, someone's just like, "Oh my god, dude, it's you." I'd probably be like, "Fuck
just
yeah!"
enough to keep your ego nice and high, but not enough to ruin your day.
Yeah, exactly. Like the worst case scenario, I think, would be like, you know, in Dave, like he posts on Twitter, he's just like, just got head, and his girlfriend's pissed off, and she's like, what the hell? Why would you write that? I didn't even give you head just like this when you wrote that. And he's just like, I know, but it's like funny. It's like part of my persona. And then like some dude like comes up and he's like, oh my god, you're Dave, like you're a little dicky, dude. Like I think it's so hilarious that you just post every time like your girlfriend gives you head and shit. And she's just like sitting there and she's just like, god. It's a good show. I know you've watched it, Brandon.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Matt?
No, I haven't.
It is good. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit on the show.
Yeah.
it's something that you kind of expect to be dumber than it is, and it ends up being pretty, like,
I think you
smart.
guys even recommended it to me.
Yeah, it's very possible.
That
I
sounds
feel like
us.
anytime I watch a show or a thing and I like it even a little bit, like the next week is me going around being like, dude, have you seen the thing? Dude, oh, you gotta watch it, dude. I'm like the person who shoves the phone in front of your face to make you watch the thing, except I at least sit like I don't shove the phone in your face. I'll just be like, you gotta shove a phone in front of your face right fucking now. But I won't do it.
Yeah, I did have a coworker once while we were both on break, like ask me if I had watched the thing he recommended, and when I said no, he like brought his phone out and sat next to me
Ew.
and held it up, and
No,
I'm just like,
That's the worst.
please no. Guess I'm gonna be laughing.
This is so funny. I'm so glad I got to watch this with you here. I do feel bad whenever like somebody recommends a thing and I like don't have a chance to get around to it yet. It's not like I don't have a chance. It's just like mentally I haven't gotten a chance to like put myself in the head, like, because I feel like anytime you start a new thing, you kind of have to be like in the zone for it, you know? Like you can't just like be like, today I'm gonna start watching The Wire. La-di-da. Like it's something you gotta kind of like, I have to like start caring about this new set of characters who might die, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's hard for me to start new things. I'll watch the same things over and over, but
Yeah.
The longer the thing is, the more of a commitment it is to start it too.
Yeah.
hey, title
It's
your
like-
sex tape.
Something that's super long, you're like, oh, so I'm gonna what?
What?
you just hear what he said?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Comment below if you heard what I said,
Yeah,
and follow and subscribe.
that's right. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you click the bell, because for the love of God, YouTube will kill me if they don't get enough bell clicks.
Help!
Help.
Susan is outside my window.
Jeff Bezos has my family.
He does, and he's like, you better get a ring. You better get a goddamn ring. My parents got a ring recently, by the way.
A ring.
The security.
The security doorbell thing.
Oh, right.
So like my brother and I were just sitting out on the porch the one time drinking beers, and then my dad's just like, we just hear our dad go blah, 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 through it, and we're like, what the fuck? What was he talking to us? Is he trying to mess with us? And then later on that day, he was just like, I was saying, what are you guys doing out there? I was like, well, thankfully,
Works really good.
yeah, thankfully the ring did not transmit that message, but it's not like it would have mattered anyways, because we would have still kept drinking.
I've considered getting something like that, but then I remember that I live on a busy street, and I feel like I don't want to know what's going on my porch during the night.
I'm against it because basically Ring is like compelled by police to like give them the footage. So like if some shit happens outside my door, like they just have to like, and like it's not like a big deal because it's not like I'm gonna be like smoking crack in front of my fucking Ring doorbell or whatever. But it's just not something I like want to give any power to.
I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a Ring, but there's like, personal cameras and things you could do.
Yeah.
But just for security purposes. If you wanted it, I don't know.
I mean,
My
the
brother
only thing
lives
that I
out in
would-
the middle of friggin' nowhere, and that makes sense to me to have it there because, he's got like this. He gets alert on his phone if there's something moving around in the yard, and he's out like in the middle of nowhere.
could be like a
It'll
bear.
prevent a lot of horror movies. Well, not like that, but like if somebody's, if you're in the city and somebody's like trying to break into your house, and just they're not. That won't happen. Like in a crowded city. But if you're like out in the middle of like, there's not another house for like a mile. Doesn't it seem? I feel like it would prevent every like slasher movie that ever happened.
This is true also.
If you just get a little like boop on your phone, there's a guy with a hockey mask like walking up to your house. You go, oh, I better get gone.
But I do
Lock the
think
doors.
I'm a head out.
Yeah.
the only thing I would say I've enjoyed from people's rings, like Ring as a technology existing, is like the TV head guy that we've discussed previously,
Yeah.
where like he was caught on Ring camera with the big TV mask head, which I think is pretty great. I mean, that's
Also, you could. I think it helps if you're like, having issues with like packages being stolen and stuff like that.
this is true also.
Seems to be more of that these days.
There's a lot of that going around.
What a world!
What a world! What a
In
world.
my day, people didn't steal your Amazon packages off your porch. We respected each other.
did. Back in my day, there was only one Amazon package thief, and it was me. I'm very pissed off. I keep getting caught now. And also, people are cramping my style.
Yeah, I got in on the ground floor of Amazon package stealing. Yeah.
You see these 18 TVs? I stole every single one of these.
It was very easy in the beginning because people were just like, "This Amazon shit doesn't work," and they just leave it be.
Yeah.
They just gave up. Oh well.
Guess
I
I don't
guess-
get that thing.
Wasn't meant to be. That's what I get
You know
for
what's-
using the internet.
You know what I've actually had happen way more than my packages being stolen is hearing the doorbell ring and then being right next to the doorbell and then like going to open the door and the person's already left like the note on my door that says you
Oh,
weren't
no.
here. And I'm just like, I fucking was here, you weren't.
The only
Like,
way
you
it's
left.
possible is that they have it all filled out before they ring the doorbell. They get like pleasure out of like ruining people's days. Is that
Oh,
what's
they
happening?
do. I straight up had like a very important like electronic component that I needed to get, and I was like, okay, well I'm gonna sit by the door because that way if they ring the doorbell, I'm gonna catch them. And then I didn't hear anything, and I was like wide awake, and I was chilling on my phone the whole time. But I did hear a flap, and then I went and I looked, and the fucking car was gone, and like the fucking note was there, and I was just like, you motherfucker, like you were just straight up not trying to like do your part of the job right now. It's like,
I've had that shit happen to me too. You like
Yeah.
hear the knock, and by the time you get to the door, you see like the guy like sprinting back to his car.
yeah, like I don't ever like I frequently will like have a bad experience, but I won't complain to like management or anything like that because I'm just like, I get it, you know, whatever. Like I don't want to like have somebody lose their job because that's a fucking shitty situation to be in, even though they might deserve it. I'm not like one to be like, you know, try and get somebody fired, but in that situation, every time it happens, I do try and get them fired because I'm just like, this shit fucking sucks and I hate you. Why would you do this to me?
They hate you too.
Probably because I keep trying to get them fired.
Probably.
But I'll call and I'll complain. I'll be like, I was right there and I could swear I saw them walk, or I didn't, but I heard them walk up and not do
Make a
anything.
very
I'll lie.
compelling argument.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was there. Yeah, I was there. Sir,
Yeah, I was there. He wasn't
just
there. I
have to-
wasn't there either.
Just have to wait till tomorrow, sir.
Oh, come on. I don't want anyone to know what I order off the internet. Are you drawing a putty?
I was trying to. I've
Are you
never
also
looked
doing
at their
it from
faces
memory?
closely. Yeah, I've tried to, but then I looked at a picture afterwards, and I've seen I'm kind of wrong here.
Yeah, the face is, This is also from memory.
The drawings this episode are top notch.
This is kind of how I imagine how I remember their faces.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
And then they're
What
always
do they
make that
sound
sound.
like?
They go.
They sound like turkeys.
Yeah, they do. And I remember watching all of season 1. And
Dude,
being
Billy
like,
sucked. Season
Billy
1.
Billy was doing his best. I would say, look, Billy was fine. None of the Power Rangers were like Billy would always be. Someone would be like, "Wow, how did this thing grow to be the size of a fucking tower?" And Billy would be like, "Well, if my calculations are correct, the Trombodons would always be like shifted in a positive direction. So in that way, the electricity would flow through the Permatrobodons." I'm like, it would just be a whole bunch of like,
And then
Science.
Bulk would throw him in a trash can.
Bulk and Skull would throw him in a trash can. Yeah, in this in the second season, like in the very first episode, they're about to like fight some putties, and then it's like a video game where they're just like, what the heck? Everywhere I punch these putties, it's like not working. And then Goron's just like, well, you see, they're wearing this new medallion.
You need to learn the meta.
Yeah, you gotta punch them in the medallion and then they'll explode. And it's just like, okay, like, I don't get it. Like, in a video game, that's fun because now you have to be accurate. But in a TV show, now they're just like, oh, we gotta kick their weird chest pieces now.
Why did they add
right
that
in
piece?
the middle of their body?
Yeah, it's like, why don't you just make us they don't die after like getting kicked once? Like, it's not that hard. Like, it's more complicated.
Picture them in like research and development, and it's like, you did what?
A medallion that does what? This is who did Rita approve this budget?
God no.
I'm just
you guys are setting me up to fail.
What was that?
It's like they're setting him up to fail.
Yeah.
Basically.
Jesus Christ! This is like the time last week when Rita asked us to make a giant monster with 1 billion eyeballs, and they forgot to give it limbs.
I remember that monster.
Yep. I think I had a toy of that monster.
That'd be a fun job to just be creating the monsters.
Fuck
He
yeah!
cooks them. I love it.
He
It's
does.
so great.
He does. It's like a reverse Shrinky Dink.
Yeah, basically. And then she has her staff that, I don't know, she must have like a room of like 1,000 of them. She just zings at Earth. Unless she retrieves them, I'm not sure.
I feel like she has a shit ton of staffs.
All I know
But
is
they're all the same.
she's pissed
Now I'm just
off.
picturing her on Earth like the next day, just like hands on her hips, just looking around like, ah, shit.
It's like looking at somebody pick up sticks in the park, but she's just like, is this it? Oh no, that's actually a stick. Oh god, okay.
God
She's got like a
damn it.
bundle of staffs in her
It's
arm.
got to be around here somewhere. It created a giant chasm when I threw it.
It's
this
the
is-
center of all the destruction in the city.
Yeah. I'm looking around the factory district where they always decide to bring the fights to because, you know, that's where you would have a fight, is near all the chemicals. But I can't seem to find them. That's my Rita Repulsive voice.
This is Wario.
Okay, I just had an idea. It's
What?
the Power Rangers, but Mario is the Red Ranger, Luigi is the Green Ranger, Princess Pink is the Pink Ranger, Princess Daisy is the Yellow Ranger, and then Toad is the Black Ranger.
Princess Pink.
Did I say Princess Pink? Whoops.
A little bit of a slip there.
I love
Hello,
Toad.
hi. I'm Princess Pink.
I don't know.
Boy,
Maybe Toad
Mario.
should be the robot thing.
She should be the Megazord.
No, what's his name? Alpha should
Oh,
be Toad.
yeah, Alpha.
Ay, ay, ay.
So you said Toad or Princess Pink or
Toad is Alpha. Toad's got
okay,
to be Alpha.
that does make sense though. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that seems
Ay,
right.
ay, ay, Mario. I'm the best. I'm the best.
And then you get the golden shroom in fucking Mario Kart, and then you just
What?
spam the Z button, and it goes.
I'm the best.
What does
I'm
the actor
best.
who did Zordon actually look like? Well, he's not all like a wavy blue bald head.
It looked like a dude they just got off. It looked like Bulk, but like they
Yeah,
just like
I
Bulk
agree.
standing for the fucking thing, and
Just looks like some guy.
yeah,
Looks like a
He's
guy
a
would be
dude
like a
that's-
principal at like a middle school or something.
yeah, exactly.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, you gotta like this fucking monster is like really being a piece of shit right now. If you could just like, I'm so tired of this shit.
And the angle they got on him with the camera is just like a direct up his nose shot.
Yeah. It's honestly, of all the decisions in regards to the Power Rangers, it's the one that I have the most questions about.
I know, that's not.
It is very unsettling to look at. You know.
It's
He looks like He looks like he's like laying on his back, and the camera is like on his chest, and he's like looking down, so his chin's like doubling up.
Yeah, it's like he accidentally opened the front camera on his phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, oh shit. Hold on. I need to get my lighting right.
Rangers, sorry.
Sorry, I'm not used to Zoom calls. This is hold on. How do I? I'm trying to get the back. I'm trying to make my background.
He's just
around
muted for a while.
How do I turn the camera around?
I'm trying to make my background like all funny. Like, how do you guys do that? How do you guys get your background?
Cat ears.
You know.
He's like, all right, goodbye, Power Rangers. Then you just see his hand like pressing the screen for a few seconds, trying to turn it off.
Where is? Hold on. I'm sorry. Now goodbye. Okay, no.
God
okay.
damn it! What the
Damn it.
fucking shit?
This is really awkward because I gave him peace signs like twice.
Stuff never works. Stuff never fucking works.
God fucking damn it. Zordon, he's got like anger problems. Oh, Power Rangers. Really fucking thankful you're here. Oh. This fucking Rita.
My nephew set up all this technology for me. I don't know how to work it.
Hold on, you guys are lagging a little bit. Nathan, if you could get off the Xbox for like 5 minutes.
What is Zordon's stake in the game? Is he... Why is he involved?
I don't know.
I need
Actually,
backstory.
is Zordon still a character? Like,
He dies in the first movie.
does he really?
He floats off into space, doesn't he?
He's like in the first movie, I think it is, he dies and then they get to see him and he's like just like laying in like a bed of crystals and it's like he's like in the back room and it's like we could have just talked to you like this all the time. Why do we have to look at you through the giant? It's like Wizard of Oz shit.
It's so weird. So he dies, and then
I don't
you're
know
like,
if it's
who's
permanent.
Zordon after that?
I don't know. It might not even be permanent. They might bring him back or some wacky shit. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Turbo era. Zeo. Yeah, it's like I'm looking, and like they have screenshots of Zordon coming back. Like there's Zordonic Kiss.
He's like an alien, I think.
Zordon of the. But he's always just a weird bald guy. He looks like the shittiest like wrestler.
Just laying in a bed of crystals.
Death. When the Turbo Rangers journeyed to space to find Zordon, they joined Andros.
Wait a minute. Star
The
Fox
red-
crossover?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Zordon versus Andros. And become Space Rangers themselves. Dark Spectre puts Divatox in a like there's like so many nonsense words that you then are like links to other pages. Like there's like no, you never have to finish coming up with stupid shit for the Power Rangers.
Selling toys.
Yeah. In the episode Wannabe Ranger, Zordon deionized or powered down due to the planet's alignment. He powered down?
He unplugged himself?
He reset the router.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna. Hold on.
There's a button and a hole. You might need a paper clip.
If
Just
you could try turning me off and on again, that would be really great.
It's just, yeah, he's just like always just a weird bald guy. Like, not that there's anything wrong with the bald guys or anything like that.
But if he's supposed to be like a all-powerful alien, like there's a lot of... And I've seen some of the costumes they make up in this show. They could have done something else.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, though, those costumes are all from, like, the Japanese Super Sentai Rangers that they, like, repurposed all the footage from, like...
Right, but is there a Zordon in the Japanese version?
I don't think so. Hold on, let's find out. Super Sentai. Giant machines that Rangers use to fight large enemies are called Zords rather than having unique names in each season like Super Sentai. Okay, the term Zord would later be used in Sentai itself versus the one-off ZG Zord. No, but it's... See also Mysterious Sage Barza counterpart, Super Sentai counterpart in Zero Ranger. Oh, but that is not Zordon at all. So
There is
yeah,
some deep lore here.
they didn't have their own Zordon, but they kind of brought a guy in eventually to Super Sentai who sort of was supposed to like the
See, like
Zordon
that,
role.
I'd accept that more.
Right? I mean, like it's
That would fit the style of the rest of the show more.
there's a costume involved, you know.
It's not just like some guy on the set who they superimposed his face for. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems low effort compared to everything else that seems higher effort.
They just like they were making the episodes like shit. We never even got like Zordon footage. Gary, put that light down. Come on over here. And Gary was Zordon.
You said you wanted to be an actor, right? Yeah.
So just like talk for 10 seconds and we'll loop your footage. It
Don't
really
worry
doesn't
about
matter.
don't worry about your acting. We're just gonna put some weird voice over top of everything you do.
Yeah, and it's not even your mouth's not even gonna fit with what you're saying. It's just gonna loop. It truly doesn't fucking matter. We couldn't care less. We're rolling in cocaine and money.
Kids are buying the toys, and the way you look doesn't affect that.
Yeah. You're not gonna be a toy. I'm not gonna make toys of you.
No.
You,
That would be
you could have been a
hilarious.
pretty cool lava lamp.
He would have been. Actually, I would totally have owned a Zordon lava lamp if they ever made one.
Power Rangers. Look,
How'd I do?
And you did pretty great. That's Zordon right there.
Power Rangers, if you could do me a favor, you could kiss each other. My internet's down, and I'm really. It's been a minute since I did my alone time thing. So, you know, you're my alone time now. Can you kiss each other just right on the lips?
These are high school kids.
Feel free to get handsy with it.
But
Oh no.
they were not portrayed by high school kids though.
No,
So
they played them.
no, this is true.
In this world.
In my planet, high school is not a thing, nor is an age of consent, so this
Alright.
is fine.
It's
Time
Zordon's
to
a
spin out of
libertarian.
this segment.
I looked up the age in this state of California. It's like 16. This is fine.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
I actually don't know the age of consent in California. Thankfully, that's not something I should know since I don't live
If you
there.
know the age of consent in California, let us know.
Why why does Zordon need
So you
kids
have
to
to reach
fight?
+7, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm 8,000 years old, so.
Really have a hard time finding a Tinder match. I can't even swipe any direction. I don't have any fucking hands. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh my
Boy.
Hey, Zach, you're missing a finger. If you could finger bang,
Oh
Trina.
god. No. I'm stopping this. It's my...
That did not go the direction I was expecting. Oh,
Oh boy, I'm gonna save this and erase it so that there's no more Zordon.
Look, I'm just asking you to kiss each other. It's not a big deal, okay?
You guys are making this weird, not me.
Yeah.
I think what I'm asking is perfectly fine. I mean, you're the
the
one.
world is at stake.
I thought,
think.
yeah, I thought we would progress beyond, you know, these weird impositions on society.
You guys want to see some of the weirder robots I made?
Yeah, I have a lot. You think Alpha's strange?
I don't only make dinosaur ones.
Yeah, this one I called Dildozord. It's pretty obvious right off the bat what it's gonna look like. So let me just get this one out of the oven here.
Just comes like out from underneath a bed or something.
This is funny, Tommy, because you can actually call this one with the flute too.
Oh boy. So, we have 20 minutes left on the show.
Let's talk more about what I'm talking about.
No.
You know what that means.
Is it rock, paper, pencil time?
I mean, I think that'd be fun. We haven't done it in a while.
We haven't done it in a while.
Would you be down to do that, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something different in terms of do you know what that means, or did you have a?
No,
He's
Means you
excited.
get 20 more minutes of my Zordon voice.
Oh yeah, I'd fuck me so hard.
Like a Buffalo Bill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I've made you Power Rangers fall down that pit there. I have lotion here for you. You can get the Megazords back once you put the lotion on.
Does Zordon wear their skin?
Why do you think I'm bald? I'm a giant head. It takes a lot of skin to make one me.
I don't think that's how heads work.
No, it's like I'm wearing the skin over top.
Is this all
But
canon?
I mean, I'm reading the wiki right now.
Oh, okay.
These are quotes.
he's editing the wiki.
I'm editing the wiki right now. That's right. And then he told them-
Zordon, noted sex pest, appeared
right.
in 2 seasons.
Look, just because the accusations are there doesn't mean that they actually happened. What?
So what should the theme be of this? Rock, paper, pencil.
Is there anyone in chat still?
Yeah, did I
wasn't
scare
scared
everyone
away.
off? Yeah, I think I did scare everyone away.
What's the theme, chat?
Which is it? Which Power Ranger / pairing is your favorite?
Pairing?
/ pairing, yeah. It's like when you do like a fan fiction. It's like which characters you pair up.
Oh, I see.
Should we just read fan fiction for the next 20 minutes?
You know that does get the clicks is when people do dramatic readings of crappy fan fiction.
If you have any DrawBomb fan fiction, send it to @TopCatYo.
AOL.com.
That's when Brandon stared longingly into Ian's eyes.
Oh, God. I was curious. I was like, what would that even be? But I understand now. Okay.
It's
So I'm
fan
fucking
fiction
him,
involving
and
the
I
Bond
mean
character.
fucking him.
Yeah, like real hard.
I'm not holding back one bit, bro.
You get to the end and you're like, written by Ian Newton.
Yeah. I'm my own biggest fan. That's why there were so many sentences describing the shape of my penis.
Oh boy. So Matt, Mass Effect is being remade.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm super excited about that. I was gonna talk about it, and then I just didn't.
I wonder
They
what
should call it
distracted you
Mass
from that.
Effect.
I'm gonna actually get it on PC now, so that'll be fun.
That'd be fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with it. They said they were gonna modernize it, because I know all 3 games are very different, so I don't know what they plan on doing.
Yeah, one is definitely very clunky.
Hmm. But it's got its own charm.
Yeah, I like
sure.
it though. Like, so I've only played through 1. I've played a little bit of 2, and so I got a chance to see what it's like, but I never got around to finishing it. But
Mhm.
when I played 1, I spent the first 30 hours just driving the dumbass dune buggy car around every single planet, and then
Yep.
picking them of all the resources. And then once I did that, then I went and I did the main campaign, and I beat that in like 5 hours or something like that. It took like
Yeah, the main campaign's pretty quick.
yeah. So I haven't, I don't know what playing 2 is necessarily like, but
You might as well get it. Get the trilogy, because it's gonna have all that DLC, baby.
oh yeah, baby.
Kind of what I'm thinking is because I've never played them, so this I feel like would be the good chance to do it. Although modernizing might mean that they're gonna kind of like redo certain parts of it.
Yeah, that's
Depends.
my big question is what like modernize refers to specifically, because
Yeah, maybe maybe make the combat in 1 less clunky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just better frame rates. That could be
Yeah.
what it means.
That's the modern.
Which I'm fine with.
You know, it's for games about shooting things. You generally want the frame rate to be on
You want to
point.
be able to shoot stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But the first game had a pretty cool effect. It had like film grain, so it like looked like an old like TV show.
That's true. It did.
That was pretty cool. So hopefully that's still there. I really like that.
Maybe you can bang everybody all at once. Like,
Romance everybody.
yeah. Actually, so when I played the first one, like, I had gone in not with the intentions of picking a specific person to bang, but I did, like, once it was like clear that the game was just like, you should probably bang somebody. I was like, I guess I'll go for the alien because the other person is just an alien racist.
Yep.
And then she starts like, I'm like talking to all the crew members on the ship constantly because I'm just like, sometimes they give you quests, and I hear if you get a quest from one of them, you don't have to murder them later. And so then, like, I'm talking to all of them, and then like the alien race, Ashley, I think her name is in the game. I don't remember.
Yeah.
She starts doing like the "Oh Captain, my Captain," like real sultry like, and I'm just like, calm down, Mila Kunis, okay? Like, all I did was like listen to your sad story about your dead dad, and then like 2 scenes later, like they bang, and I'm just like, oh, okay. There was no lead up to that, but okay, I guess that's what happened. Can I still bang the alien? And you could not. It turns out they would not allow for that to happen.
And that's why I think everyone who's nice to me is flirting with me.
Exactly.
Mass Effect gave me a skewed view of the world.
Yeah. For the love of God, every time I'm nice to somebody, no one reads "Oh Captain, my Captain" to me.
If you guys want
Nobody
to
tells me about their dead dad.
figure out a theme, I will be right back.
Okay.
Putting that on YouTube.
Hey chat, give us a theme.
Give us a theme, or we're gonna draw it about like banging aliens or Power Rangers. Honestly, you know that.
How do I hide my layer?
So if you click the, well, we actually just have to hide it. Like when you make a layer invisible, we all still see it. So I'm gonna hide Matty F321.
Ah, gotcha. I have to hide yours. I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you.
Let's make it about. What have we talked about in tonight's episode that would lend itself well to?
Aside from Zordon the.
Yeah, I really went off on a tangent with that, didn't I?
I'm just excited to draw with my mouse. This is gonna be sweet.
You're gonna have a good time, to be sure.
The theme should be circles. It should be shapes. Best of shapes.
The best shapes. That's cool.
Who wins in this battle of shapes?
I, for one, am a big fan of parallelograms and dodecahedrons.
Whoa.
That's the name of my next rap album. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to 808s and Heartbreaks.
Nice.
Thank you. What if we draw? What if we draw? What if we draw?
What do you
What if
ever
we draw?
you ever have a dream where you
You ever have a dream where you wake up and you're all of a sudden you're yourself and like you're like, well, there it is. Have you?
Yes.
No, what if we drew what our Megazord would be? Like what?
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay, cool. See, we always eventually come up with something.
get my reference here because it's definitely gonna be needed.
Yeah, I should actually look up what like the general aesthetic of a Zord is.
This is gonna be super helpful because I can definitely do this, baby.
Hey, baby.
How are you doing, chat? Are you having a good night?
Yeah, chat. You were all pretty popping until I started making all the Zordon sex jokes. What happened? Did I do something wrong?
A little too hot and bothered.
I guess so. They were like, well, I gotta go to a Power Rangers porn site now, otherwise I'm gonna be thinking about this all night.
Get this out of my system.
That's right. Okay, so these Megazords literally just look like toys.
All right. What do we come up with?
Draw what your Megazord animal robot would be.
Alright, I like it. Okay.
I'm just trying to think of what would be a good one.
I'm gonna hide your guys' layers. Oh, you drew your lines on one of yours. Alright, so don't draw an E in one.
Oh no.
You hear me?
What if I turn Ian 1 into top 2? I turn top 2 into Ian 1.
Great. That works.
Easy peasy.
Sometimes, you know, the solution is right
exactly.
there. Yeah.
Brandon's like, let's wrap this shit up.
No, I'm sorry, I don't mean that at all.
Well, what do you mean then?
I'm just being the dick that I am on this show half the time, shutting down everything that you do.
You know, my character.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my fatal flaw.
I put a Z on the end, so that makes it cool.
Whoa. I thought the fact that they put a Z in the beginning of Zord makes it cool already.
Well, I mean, Zord's not a real word.
Now it's a bookend. I thought it was... oh, shit. What is Zord a parody of?
Zordon?
Oh. What if it's like, they're saying like sword, because they're weapons, and usually the weapons are...
No, it's really
Actually,
quite possible.
Usually they actually have guns, actually, now that I think about it. They like... Zordon was like, hello, I know you're a bunch of high schoolers and you're gonna fight some monsters, so here's some, like, guns. Like...
Here's some guns.
Hey, Matt, make sure you hide all three layers.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm probably gonna start
of your guys' names. Yeah.
trying to draw this trash.
Alright, what am I gonna fucking draw as my Zord? This happens all the time. If I come up with a theme, I have no idea what to do for it.
This is the part of the show where I tell myself I should get a tablet.
If you buy a tablet, you'll just have to be on the show every week.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
Not at all. You know, a lot of those like fucking Microsoft Surface things are also like a lot of like the like laptops and tablets that like Microsoft is coming out with are also just like big ass tablets too.
That's true. They're pretty nice too. Don't you have one of those?
I do. That's what kept me going for like the 4 months where my computer was busted. Was I had a tablet that I was just using the whole time.
Nice.
But it was cool because it was like.
Matt,
So
you're drawing on the wrong layers.
What's up?
You're drawing on the wrong layers.
Oh no.
Oh, whoops.
You can stay on Matty 1, 2, and 3. That way
Oh,
I
whoops.
won't be able to see what you do until the
My
end.
bad.
You're good.
So see, sometimes when we do these, I'm like, should I just draw something cool, or should I draw something so stupid and ridiculous that's funny? Or should
No
I...
wrong answers.
I'm going with stupid and ridiculous. So let's see.
Those are the ones I usually try and go for because those are like, if I ever do like a serious answer, I end up losing. But when I do like the tunnel of baby pictures or of photos of women giving birth, then I win like in a landslide. So
I'm gonna try to do a combination of stupid and funny and cool.
We call that stunniul.
Stanu.
Stanuli. Ah, stanuli.
Spaghetti.
Okay, you know what? This isn't like quite so ridiculous and funny, but it is kind of funny to think of like somebody whose Zord would be this. So this is what I'm gonna do.
I believe in you.
Thank you. So look, about Power Rangers having sex with each other. I really want to go back to that. No, but in the one
Naughty
episode,
boy.
in the one episode though, like they like get turned into like bad boy versions of themselves. Like two of them get infected. Like I think it's Billy and the Pink Ranger, and like they get infected with
Well,
like
that's
some
hot.
kind of brain worms or whatever. So like Billy puts on like this ridiculous like leather jacket and he starts going like, "Hey losers," and then like,
Oh, so it becomes cool.
yeah, exactly. And then the Pink Ranger ends up like she's like chewing gum all the time and she like starts getting this weird high pitched laugh and she's like, ah! And she like says mean jokes to them. They basically become Bulk and Skull, but like as Power Rangers. And I remember they give the Pink Ranger like a really weirdly skimpy outfit, or it's like
That's because that's evil, you know?
that's
When-
what kids like.
The way when women dress scantily, that's evil.
That is true. That is the sign of the devil. That's all I have to say on that subject. I'm gonna drop it now. But when I saw the Pink Ranger's outfit, I was like, "Whoa! I think I feel a Megazord." Okay.
You were like 8.
I'm sorry, everybody. Are we banned from YouTube yet?
I don't know. We're putting our best foot forward to getting that done.
You know, we're drawing people's shit in.
What else is against the rules?
Being shirtless.
I'm squatting for subs over here.
Well, good luck. We don't have anybody. Like, there's nobody in this chat over here. So do you guys remember in WrestleMania when, like, okay, so like it was right after the Undertaker like appeared behind that guy, and
AJ
then-
Styles.
AJ Styles,
Yep.
and then he buries him in a grave and then covers the grave with dirt.
Yeah, kills him.
Yeah, that's murder, right? Like, okay.
Yep.
So, I just want to make sure. So that
What?
dude's not wrestling anymore. It's a shame.
No, he's gone. That was his retirement. It's you know, but Undertaker has superpowers, so you can't really. What are you gonna put him in jail? He can just teleport right out.
This is true. Then, okay, so Matt, you would know this better than I would. The Undertaker used to have, like, the pallbearer was like his minion, right? Like
Yeah, Paul Bearer was his manager. Yeah.
his manager. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Kane's
essentially
father.
what they call minions in wrestling. Like,
Not far off. Matt, have you ever seen the Kane horror movies?
See No Evil? No, I haven't.
Oh man,
so it
I've seen
works.
both of them.
Is it good?
See No Evil and See No Evil 2. let me tell you right now, those things are hilarious. So like, the first one, I don't remember quite as much because I haven't seen it as recently. But I watched it, and like basically, Kane's. Well, you don't mind if I spoil, do you?
Oh God, no.
So Kane kills a bunch of people. And then Kane himself gets murdered. Because that's how you have to survive the serial killers. You have to kill them back. And then in See No Evil 2, first of all, he's back from the dead somehow. They don't really explain it, but like, See No Evil 2 takes place in a morgue, and like it's like this one lady, she works at the morgue, and then all of her friends are like, it's her birthday, so we're gonna throw her a surprise party at the morgue where she's working tonight.
Yeah, that's a fun
So, like,
place to have a party.
Yeah, exactly. So like a bunch of people like go in, and like she's like actively working on a body, and like this dude who's like into her and like her coworker, because that's always a plot point in movies. He's there, and he's like, let me get you some people at the door, let me let them in. And then like all of her friends come in, and they start having a party at the morgue, which is like a weird. You're definitely not supposed to do that. And then like there's like multiple sequences, I'm pretty sure there's at least one, if not multiple, where like two of the people who are like couples like go into one of the rooms with like the refrigerated like stretcher locker things, and then like they like start trying to like fucking like have sex on like one of the stretchers, like while there's like dead bodies in the room. And then
That's
of course
a little
one of those,
disgusting.
yeah, and then like, first of all, like what? Like,
First of all, you.
Yeah, first of all, gross.
Those people deserve to get murdered by
Yeah, exactly.
Kane.
And then, like, of course, Kane is one of the fucking dead bodies, so like he comes in, they get murdered right quick. But it's just like that is like alone, just the most baffling thing to me is just like you literally had like no qualms about fucking in a room where there's like other dead bodies around, like like how much spark does that relationship need in it? Like that's a fucking car battery of spark right there. I don't know.
I mean, that happens in like just about every slasher movie. Like people start having sex in a strange spot.
Yeah.
They're
And
like
they get punished for it.
Yep.
They're like in a garage and they brush a bunch of like tools and like rusty nails off a table and start having sex on it. It's like, why here?
That's like the horror movie I want to, like the horror movie parody I want to make, where it's just like every scene starts with like two like a boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're just like, whoa, what are we doing in like this butcher shop? She's like, quick, slide all that gross bloody meat off the table, I want to do you on it.
That's the horror movie you want to make?
The horror movie parody I want to make. The horror movie I want to make is where it's a method actor who gets the job, like a Daniel Day-Lewis type method actor, and he gets the job of being a serial killer in a movie. So in order to like immerse himself in the role, he starts he at first tries to just like work in a haunted house, but like the director's just like, no, I'm not feeling it, man. You're not like, you don't seem like a killer to me, man. And so then he starts like serial killing as a way of like being a method actor for the role. And then, you know, there's a detective who's like trying to chase after him. And then, you know, the detective never ends up finding out who it is that's doing all the serial killing that's happened all of a sudden. And then the guy gets the like award for doing a really good job in the movie. And then he just moves on and doesn't serial kill anymore, and then that's the end of the movie.
I like the idea that he's just like doesn't get addicted to it or anything. He's like, no, man, that was just for a role.
Yeah, exactly. But I did murder at least 20 people.
But it was worth it to get that fake award that means nothing unless you're like an actor.
I got a golden statue of a naked man. Look, it's a golden Dr. Manhattan statue. That's real cool.
This was worth it.
Yeah.
How's you guys' drawings coming along?
It is going all right.
It's a thing of beauty over here.
I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to make this goddamn thing look like a robot. So it looks more like a robot than it. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, not to interrupt. I was just saying that's kind of where I've been at too. It's just like, all right, how do I make it look like the thing while also having it look like a robot?
Yeah. It's not looking like a Zord so much as it's looking just kind of like a robot. Those Zord entrance animations in the show are like half the runtime of the each episode too. It's like every time they call the Zord, it's just like, okay, here's a Triceratops running through a desert.
Here's that same animation, same shot you've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yep, the pterodactyl runs into a tree every time.
Yeah.
That's it. I never noticed that.
It's like you know, have you guys played Final Fantasy games before?
Some of them.
No, I haven't.
So it's like, at least in Final Fantasy X and also in 7, like you can summon these like giant creatures called animas. I think I remember them being called. And I'll explain
materia?
it like how it is. What was that?
Materia things or no? Something else.
No, materia is like a different thing. That's
Okay.
in 7. That's like the thing you use to like level up your weapons and shit. But I know you get summons in 7, and in 10 you get summons too. But like you have a character who's like specifically like a summoner. I think in 7 you summon the things through materia.
Yeah, you do. That's why.
But in 10, because of the way the storyline works, you just have a character who is a summoner. So she summons animas and things like that. I think that's what they're called. But every time you summon one, and you can like go into the options to like shorten the animation, but if you don't, then every time you summon an anima, it's like a minute-long animation of like your character, like the character like doing a weird circle in the ground. Then she taps the circle, and then the circle fills with fire, and then a big fucking hell dog jumps out of the circle rune thing that she just drew. And then she like jumps up and sits on the dog's shoulder, and then the dog lands on the ground. And then she gives the dog a little pet on the snout, and then she stands back, and then the dog has to go like rah.
This makes me think of a question that I want to ask you guys. Are you people who watch or skip your Netflix intros?
Ooh.
I think it depends on the show.
I agree.
Like if it's part of it, if it's like part of the experience. If it's just like normal credits, like the same credits every time, I'll skip it.
If the intro is catchy enough, I'll watch it every time.
Yeah,
By
it
the
depends
time
on like how much I like the opening sequence, how connected I am to the show, and you know, if I can usually reasonably expect something to change up during the
Certain
intro.
shows that I love enough and love the intro. I mean, by the time I get done binging it, I'm just like sing this theme song, like belt it out every episode, and
Yeah.
then skip
Like,
the show.
Like when I was watching Arrested Development for the first time, like in the last 4 episodes are like actually technically just one long big episode, that is cut up into 4 episodes for the DVD. But and so like they play the intro for the first episode, and then they skip it for the second and the third of the last 4. And so then I was just kind of like, aw. So then when like the intro finally came back for like the final episode, I was just like, yay, because I was able to
Missed it.
Yeah, I missed it. Yeah, depending on the show, and especially like how long the intro is, like a lot of intros for shows are just like, here's the logo. 2 seconds later, show's starting.
Yeah. I do that more now.
Yeah. That's what Letterkenny does. They have like the intro is just like, here's the logo, here's a guitar riff, we're moving on to the show now.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah. Remember when in the 90s where every TV show, at least for cartoons, was like, here's the whole plot of the show. We're gonna explain it in song. These people, they live in this house, and this is the plot of the show.
It's true. And then every sitcom in the 90s was just like, here's the entire cast, one by one.
Yeah.
In
As they all, like,
situations that you may find them in the following show.
Look, they're painting a house.
We want to prepare you for their archetypes. This one's the silly one.
My brother and I, while we were waiting for his computer to update, we ended up, because like we were trying to get Deep Rock Galactic to work on his computer, and we ended up watching. I guess there's new Salad Fingers cartoons that have come out like this year. So he showed me those, and then we watched Too Many Cooks, because it sort of felt like we watched like this other weird David Firth cartoon thing, and then we watched Too Many Cooks because I was just like, I don't want to see any more of these, but like let's watch Too Many Cooks.
Here we go.
And
Seems
yeah,
up a
it's
similar
it's still good.
It's one of those you can only watch once in a while.
Yeah. Where were you when you first watched Too Many Cooks?
I don't know.
In my old apartment, and it was just kind of on in the background, and after like 10 minutes I was like, wait, what's going on?
It
was so bizarre.
Can't anymore.
What's happening?
I was really high, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and then somebody linked me to, or I got the link on, I think, Fark or something like that, and it was just like Too Many Cooks. It's really strange, and then I watched it, and I was like, as it kept, progressing, I was just like, what the fuck is happening here? What? I am so high. What is this?
Seems like you were in the right mindset to watch it.
I was. It was perfect.
This is a masterpiece.
I don't even think like this Zord represents me very well, but it just feels like a dumb.
Oh, I didn't
animal
know.
to choose.
Yeah, mine doesn't represent me. I just did a random Zord that I thought would be funny.
That's true. I don't think anyone could say like a pterodactyl definitely represents Trina. Because like, what do we know about pterodactyls? They fly. That's about it.
That is all we know.
That is all we know.
Pterodactyls keep to themselves pretty well, so we don't really have any other information on them.
Yeah, pterodactyls are real shut-ins. They don't like to go out. It's like to stay in the room, watch anime all day.
I identify as a pterodactyl.
Sir, we're gonna need you to leave the apartment now, and we're gonna need you to stop shitting on people from the top of your building.
While screeching like a pterodactyl.
You don't understand.
Exactly like
Pterodactyls
that.
don't have bathrooms.
Matt, how long have you been practicing your pterodactyl impression? A long time.
So he's speaking in pterodactyl now. He's actually mastered the language too.
It's clear that he has, yes.
I'm just ready to kick your ass with my drawing. Once I'm.
I always hope that the guests win this game.
Me too. Gives them more encouragement to come back on, so we can kick their fucking asses again.
Yeah, Mom said it's my turn on the Nintendo.
We should have drawn the fucking Star Fox Power Rangers crossover, or the Mario Brothers crossover with Power Rangers. That's a drawing that's going to happen at some point, is Mario Rangers.
There you go, next episode.
What would Zordon be in Mario Rangers? Who would be Zordon? Peter Repulse would obviously have to be Bowser.
I don't really have like a...
Or I guess
Zordon
Rita
is the
Repulse.
reflection of me in my TV playing Mario.
Could be like just like a slack-jawed person with controller going like, just fucking jump. I pressed jump and he's not fucking jumping. Ugh.
Mine is almost finished.
I'm just about done. I'm just coloring things in.
Showing.
I feel like Rita Repulsa would actually have to be like that, like Wizard Koopa, you know?
Is it Kamek? Is that her name?
Who's
maybe,
Bowser
yeah.
in this situation?
He would probably be Goldar.
Yeah, Goldar or like what was the guy that was a little bit more
Dumb.
Zed? Is that his name? Big red guy.
Yeah, Lord Zed.
Lord Zed.
Yeah.
He seemed to be a little bit more.
Is that what he sounded like?
That's how Goldar sounded.
Oh shit. They
Right.
all sound ridiculous.
But Zed was kind of like him and Rita, weren't they? Kind of like side by side when Goldar was
Like,
kinda
yeah,
being,
that's like the dude
told
with the
what
big
to
ass
do.
jowls, right?
Zed was like he was red and he had like a window on his like helmet or whatever it is, and like red and like chrome.
Lord Zed.
He had like like a chrome exoskeleton.
I thought he was just like he was.
Goldar was just like some weird bat dog wearing a lot of gold, talked like an idiot, and like.
Yeah. Lord Zed doesn't arrive till like season 2 though, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
He shows up, and then that's why there's like a little bit of a power struggle between him and.
Someday soon I'll go back and just binge Power Rangers again.
And then who's the bad guy in the movie? Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze.
Ivan
You
Ooze.
guys aren't responding. That's who the bad guy was in the movie. I think he like, I don't know, controlled the putties or something. Took over.
Probably, yeah.
And he was the new. And then when he was gone, even Rita was like, "Thank God."
Yeah. Got that crazy bitch out of here.
I haven't seen.
What an insane show.
I don't know if I've seen any of the movies besides the first one. When that first movie came out, it was an exciting time.
I don't think I've seen the first movie even.
Well, I mean, I was watching them when they were on, so when the movie came out, it was a big deal.
Yeah. I always found it really funny that in obviously they shot the American actor parts not for the Japanese show, so that was just stuff added in for American audiences. So I always thought it was really funny how in those parts Zack the Black Ranger was always like, I'm doing dance fighting, that's my thing, I do dance but I also fight. And then they would get to actually doing the fighting in their suits, and then that shit was gone. No more dance fighting. It's come on, man.
There's not enough range of movement in those suits to do it.
No, I guess not. It's just a weird thing to bring up. I do a new kind of fighting that also I don't do.
Yeah, it's pretty effective, but I rarely do it.
Yeah, especially when it comes to life or death situations and I'm fighting. I guess you probably wouldn't want a dance fight if you're doing fighting against a monster.
Also, if you're
items.
the size of buildings, dance fighting will just do a lot more destruction.
Oh, sorry. When I was doing my Running Man, I kicked over that children's hospital. My bad. All right, I finished up my doodad.
I'm just about done.
Mine looks like a 4-year-old druid. I love it so much.
Alright, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Say the word and I will.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm good.
Okay.
Ready?
Well, let's reveal these suckers.
All right.
I feel like me and Ian kind of went down the same road. I love yours, Matt. It's awesome.
Honestly, not bad at all for drawing with a mouse.
Oh yeah, shit.
Bandit from Bluey with a sword and rocket feet.
Doused in blood. And at that size, I don't know what he even had to cut to get that much blood on it.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
a
lot.
crowd.
Yeah, just like a whole group of a whole Comic-Con's worth of people.
I think me and Ian both picked animals that are not ones that come off as badass.
I like how yours is a bird, but it's got wheels on its feet. Like, it doesn't fly.
It's a penguin.
That's right. Yeah. It's a very good choice of of all the potentially useful animals. It's like you pick the one that doesn't do the thing that.
There would be like a. I guess it would come out, but it'd probably come out of the water. Just like shoot it out of the water like a missile.
Yeah.
And then it would just like land on its stomach and slide through like the city.
I also think it's hilarious how I drew myself
the exact same thing.
And then you have even the 3 tiny lions going like
Pretty much the same pose. Yeah.
You don't want to know how they get inside mine.
Oh
Is
god.
it the butt?
It's the butt.
Oh. They have to sniff it first.
Yes, they have to sniff it to say hello.
Yeah.
You don't have to jump as high though to get inside that one.
This is true.
Makes more sense.
You know what? Seeing yours, Matt, I mean, it would have been way too close to yours, but I wish I could change my answer to doing the "This is fine" dog, like that with the Megazord.
That's funny. I'm gonna save these drawings real quick because
Alrighty.
they're works of art.
Always are.
Good work, good work.
We did it.
We did it, and what a show it was.
What a show. We totally.
It certainly was a show.
It was, yep. No one can take that away from us, and they'll try.
They can't take that away from me.
Nothing weird happened. No unsettling conversations.
None at
The
all.
way you draw that dog.
On that note, Matt, plugs. You've earned them.
Check out my dumb podcast. It's called Flummoxed. Find it on Spotify, Google, and iTunes.
Can you spell that out for people?
FLUMMOXED. Flummoxed.
Perfect. And it's good. I vouch for that. So, I mean, if you can see what my show's like, and I say his is good, then what else do you need to hear?
I mean,
Somebody who makes
don't
a
even
quality show like DrawBomb,
That's right.
His opinion is valid.
You don't even gotta fucking watch our show anymore. You can just listen to Matt's.
Let's pivot
But please
over there. They talk about.
We got a big old we talk about some very odd things, like Denethor from Lord of the Rings, and his eating habits.
Who?
Denethor.
Who dat?
Like, you know when the steward of Gondor, when Pippin's singing him a song and he's eating his dinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Deep cuts like that.
There you go.
And we've got a video game episode coming up, so check that out.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Excited to hear that.
I will check that out. How about you, Ian? Any plugs?
Oh God. I write the occasional article for GameRant.com. It's hard to search them because you can't search my name, and that won't pop up. But if you just type, I mean, you should read the site anyways. I'm supposed to say that for sure. But hold on, I'm finding If you go to gamerant.com/author/Ian-Newton, there you can see
There you
all
go.
the.
On top of
the
that,
articles
Ian will
I
throw
wrote.
the link in the Discord, so you should.
Oh, okay. That's
join
actually
that.
probably a way smarter move. You could also throw a link in the Discord too, if you want.
If you want to, there you go. As for me, I have a drawing show on Mondays called DrawBomb. It's at 8 o'clock, and boy, it's something.
Gosh, I've never heard of that.
Should tune into that.
I would be excited to watch.
Hey, maybe you can be on next episode.
Oh man, I would be thrilled.
Great. All right, I'm gonna play us off.
Alrighty.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks Matt for joining us.
So much.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And
Thank you.
see you next week. Bye.
Bye.